we want to make sure that when we're going for that previous wrist lock, you know, when you're rolling, you know, anytime I be going for this, Kieran's going to be panicking and he's going to be under pressure from this wrist lock. So rather than fighting, continually fighting to try and get this, we always go back to the diaphragm choke and put pressure on him. Okay? The whole time trying to finish that diaphragm choke, and again as Kieran goes on to the side, I'm back to that wrist lock. He makes a fist, I'm fighting for it, if I feel I can't get it, I'm back to the diaphragm choke again. So I'm putting him between a rock and a hard place until I eventually get it. So between one and the other, you're constantly ramping it up the whole time, making myself comfortable while I'm trying to make Carl uncomfortable. Like I said, we've done the transitions. Let's just go back to the half guard one. So there was two variations of that. So I just make a triangle. So I had the cross face underhook. Carl won the underhook and he stayed on his shoulder. So from there, this arm, anytime he wins an underhook, I can get scarf hold. So this arm's coming over the head and my hand's coming under the elbow and I make a connection hand to hand. The detail was I clamp my elbows, putting Carl under pressure, and then I walk my hip out and turn my knee to get into scarf hold. So we're back into the whole scenario of the diaphragm choke. He starts to try and turn on to the side. This time when he comes up, options for the wrist lock, but I'm keeping control of this elbow. As he turns onto the side, I'm going to step over, okay, with the back leg. My hand that was on the thigh replaces, and now my hand just slides back from the elbow to the wrist. I'm just pushing straight down. Be careful with that one as well. So again, from half guard, the other scenario we looked at was Carl won the underhook, but he came all the way up onto his elbow. So we don't pull it from the outside, try to keep it. And again, I'm leaning into it and Carl's hiding it, so I come underneath and I pluck it. And in the process, if I can get my knee through, that's cool, keep the triangle. I still have head control in the underhook, and then I can turn my hip straight into scarf hold, back into the whole diaphragm choke scenario. If he stays flat, don't worry about submissions. Diaphragm choke all the way. He will want to turn onto the side. The second he does, and his elbow's coming, I switch my base. My hand that was on the thigh grabs the other one, and I want to make sure that I get my thigh underneath his tricep. If he gets his elbow all the way through, I can't get this. So it's there. And now my hand that was on the tricep just reaches back and finds the wrist. And I'm just stiff arming it. Okay? If I'm late, so from half guard, I had the crossface underhook, Carl come up onto this elbow this time, and when I got that, ideally as I pluck I want my knee through, but let's just say I didn't. I still get head control on the underhook. The best way to free my leg is just like the pass, so I'm going to walk, because I don't want Carl's hips under my hips where he can hit sweeps and stuff, so I'm going to walk my body so my weight's over the mat. Okay, and then from that position, lift my elbow, bring my knee up, and I put the sole of my foot on his thigh. I can use that now as a lever to pry open my knee. Now as Carl pinches his legs, his thighs have just got my foot. So I can turn my foot and pull it through. If I can't, keep it tight. My sole of the foot comes up again, I just kick it off. And I'm straight in the squat hold again. So we're hold back to the diaphragm choke again, putting him under pressure. As he turns onto the side, which he will to defend this. Okay, from there, I step over. My right hand replaces on the other leg, and I want to make sure that I get my left thigh underneath his tricep. Reaching back from the elbow to the hand, find the wrist, and just pushing straight down. As he defends this and brings it back, I'm back onto the diaphragm choke again. Starting to combine it with the wrist lock, not getting that, flip over. Okay.